Do you remember this? Shaggy's It Wasn't Me, featuring Rick Rock, lest we forget. Hey guys, and welcome to CD and DVD Addiction Part 1. I say Part 1 because there's definitely going to be a Part 2. I have so many DVDs and CDs both at my parents' house and also in my own flat, but I'm focusing on the ones here at my parents' place because some of them I haven't looked at for well over 10 years. And I say addiction because when I was younger, I loved buying CDs and DVDs. I just couldn't help myself. I couldn't walk past HMV without popping in and seeing what they had on offer, which basically led to just buying at least one thing. And also with being a videographer and filmmaker, I used to buy DVDs of films so that I could watch them over and over again in order to learn from them. But now with things like Spotify and Netflix, I just don't need the physical items. As I mentioned in my previous video, I've been ridiculously excited to declutter this one space. Now this vlog is about CDs and DVDs specifically, but let me take you on a quick tour of the room. Here's the door, obviously. Cuddly toys, memorabilia from when I used to work at Quicksilver. So in here, oh god, is basically just a load of shit, let's just put that away. Bookshelf, sort of. This, I know it doesn't look like it, is a piano. That there is my CD collection. We're gonna come back to that. This sheet of paper here was from when I was about 12 years old, and that is still on the board. This isn't my stuff, so I can't touch that. This here is when my parents wouldn't let me have a dog, so they bought me like a toy dog. Yeah. So the first thing I had to do was to try and get into the cupboard itself. Okay, that's how wide that goes. Help me out here, guys. Oh my days. Okay, well anyway, you can kind of see, so these are my CDs here and I've got DVDs down there. The next thing to do, which I've heard a lot of minimalists say is a good place to start, is just to take everything out. And then once everything's out, you can then just start sorting through it much more easily. But actually the real added benefit of doing that was that I was able to see some CDs that just brought back some really good memories. So this Christian Leontu album reminds me of a family holiday in Australia when I fell asleep for a nap on a massive bed listening to this album. This Bon Jovi album reminds me of sewing a huge tapestry for a textiles class in school. And this Pussycat Dolls album reminds me of appreciating them for their catchy songs. Going through my CD collection also reminds me of some very dubious music taste. As I got older and into my teens, I started buying more pop rock and what one might call emo music. But I also like to think that my music taste is quite eclectic. But honestly, I think my funniest CD find was this. That's right, Akon's Convicted with a K, featuring hit singles like Smack That, I Wanna Love You, Don't Matter, and Mama Africa. Smack That is an acquired taste. Prior to going through my CD collection, I don't think I would have thought that this would have been in my CD collection. So I got all of the CD albums out of that cupboard and I uploaded them to a website called Magpie. It's essentially a website where you input the barcode and they tell you whether they want to buy it from you. If so, they'll tell you how much for. It's a straightforward, although slightly tedious way of making a bit of money from items that are just lying around your house collecting dust. So far my total on Magpie is £24.74. I know that's not a huge amount and it averages out at about 17p per CD, but making money isn't really the main objective for me here. If it was, and if for you want to make more money from your CDs and DVDs, I would recommend putting them up on Amazon or eBay. But they take longer to sell and you need more patience, and my main goal is really to just declutter and help create some more space in my parents' house. But that's not it. We've dealt with CD albums, now we've got to deal with CD singles. I don't know if you remember singles, but essentially they're just that. They're a single track produced by an artist, most likely accompanied by some dodgy remixes. Having looked through my CD collection, it turns out that I had 108 CD singles. And this is where my music taste got even worse. Magpie unfortunately don't take singles, and the only place that I could find online that did was a place called, hang on a minute, matscdsingles.com. I know, I've never heard of them either, and the website is worth checking out. Out of the 108 singles that I have, only 4 really qualified for this website to purchase from me. So the rest are going to go to a local charity shop that accepts singles. Not all charity shops do, so if you're in a similar position of having an unhealthy childhood singles purchasing habit, I'd recommend calling ahead and just checking if they do accept them or not before breaking your back. And that's it. So out of 203 albums that I have here at my parents' house, I've kept 46 of them. I want to whittle that down further, but I'm just not ready to let go of some of them yet. Over time, I'm sure I'll be able to reduce that number down, and maybe I'll even employ the help of my girlfriend Kate, whose minimalism alter ego we've nicknamed Ruthless Rufus. Because when Kate's in minimalism mode, she's terrifying, but she is an incredible minimalist. An accomplished minimalist, one might even argue, and her minimalism is an inspiration for me. If you want to follow her and her minimalism journey, she's just joined this really interesting app called Minimalism Amino. Kate has been on that, posting regularly about some really awesome things that she's been up to recently. And then it's on to tackling that room that I showed you. I really don't know how it's going to go. It's a really overwhelming room with just so much stuff. But tune in for the next vlog because that's pretty much what it's all going to be about. Also, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to, and of course, actually the most important thing, the thing that I find the most beneficial is hearing from you guys. Any experiences that you've had, particularly with decluttering CDs and DVDs, and any tips that you can give. As I said at the start of this vlog, there's definitely going to be a part 2, so any suggestions or recommendations, please do write them below. So all that's left to say is thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next vlog. You know, the thing that I really loved about CDs is the cover art. The first solo Justin Timberlake album, Justified. Here we go. It folds out into this delight. It's a collage in a semi-functioning industrial area in the desert. What is this theme? Just what is this?